And I didn't do that. But it's pretty funny that, like, people should have more shame. Let's watch the worst video of all time. Jubilee with another banger. This one titled, Can Anyone Become a Millionaire? I saw approximately 35 seconds of this video in the introduction yesterday before it went into the ad. And I had to stop myself. I had to stop myself because, oh my Lord, I would have wasted this last night. I was like 9 hours in or 8 hours in to the stream, and I wanted to share this experience with all of you. I'm just going through the motions. Bro standing in the back is about to start some real problems. Oh my Lord, is he going to do that? Yes, abso-fucking-lutely. I will do anything to get you to not watch this video. Shut the fuck up. You're so fucking wrong. This is literally peak. This is fucking peak content. I do not want to hear your perspective. If you do not like this kind of fucking Mulder shit, I don't know what to tell you. This is made for me. I feel like Jubilee made this video just for me. Julie, high five. Thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Very confused MP. Thank you for the 25 gifted subs. Let's continue. Let's get started.
I would only date a millionaire. 3, 2, 1, go.
It's so funny. People are like, we hate watching this shit. And then these like react videos get millions of fucking views. And all of you like it too. Just shut the fuck up. Stop molding.
Hell no. Oh, crap. The person I want to date, I want to be able to show them, you know, all those experiences firsthand. Like, I've been with girls who have money, and it's like the worst thing ever. Like,
yo, there it is. There it is. It's Jover. I saw this yesterday, and I was like, this is the worst guy. Okay, this is a villain. He's a villain. He is so bad. This is like, this is a field of red flags. Okay. This is, oh my Lord, this is so bad. My man is a crypto bro. Okay? And let me tell you, immediately, you might assume people who are saying, oh, I would never only date a millionaire, right? Immediately, or I would never only, I would only date a millionaire. I disagree with that. You go, okay, that makes sense. Turns out, the real reason why he doesn't want it is because he hates that sometimes women that have their own money also have their own mentality. And he can't control them. He can't show them new experiences. The Andrew Tate narrative.
Like, for example, like the one thing for me, and it's a test I do, is like, for example, if a girl knows how to get into my car, like my Lamborghini, like you have to like specifically know how to open the door. I specifically let them figure it out. If they figure it out, that's the last lesson.
People should have more shame. I don't really understand why people are just so open about it. Like, I don't know why people don't have any, I don't know why they just don't feel any embarrassment for speaking this way. My brother's already straight out the gate talking about his Lambo. I know. This is a person who has nothing, okay? This is a person who has nothing. When you have nothing, all you have is the things that you own. So you immediately have to be like, listen, I might look like a fucking chode here, but make no mistake, I definitely am a chode. I'm going to tell you that I have a lot of things that I own. My Lambo. Okay, chill out, Hasan. He's a child. I don't give a fuck, dude. Would have given this dude a wedgie so fast.
That's the last date. Seriously? That's the last date we're going on.
I want my husband to be like a really good dad and be like morally correct. And if he doesn't have a lot of money, you know what, that's fine. I don't know if men really are comfortable with that, to be completely honest, from my—
It's the reverse Camry strat. Yeah, the Camry strat is good. It filters fucking annoying people that only care about money. Okay? And also, it was out of convenience for the most part. That was just a secondary thing that happened with the Camry strat. For those of you who don't know what Chatter is talking about, Fidelis Castejole is talking about how I, for many years, had a very old, and still actually own, a busted-ass Toyota Camry. Sport edition with leather seats, of course, with heated seats. So make no mistake, it was a V6. But it was a Camry Sport Edition Toyota from the year 2010. Now, I had that car until 2 years ago. I think I've had the Porsche for 2 years now. And very reliable. It's still a great car, okay? Even though there are holes in the seats and also the The steering wheel leather has like eroded. However, from the outside, it doesn't look great. It looks like a very busted car. And there was a lot of jokes that were made about it for many, many years as I owned it when I could have bought a significantly nicer car. You know, Maya once, I think my turning point was when Maya got in my car and said, "I thought you were an Uber for someone else." That's when I was like, okay, I need to get a new car. And then right before then, I went to like a 100 Thieves shoot and they wouldn't let me into the VIP area where I could park because they were like, "You're not one of the hosts." And I was like, "No, I am one of the hosts on the show." But like things like that used to happen all the time. But regardless, I had the car and I kept the car and I still have the car as a matter of fact, because one, it's a good car. Two, I can be bothered to get a fucking new one. And last but not least, Will said it smells like farts. Is that true? I'm fucking hate that he says that. No, it's not fucking true, dude. It's so fucking annoying because it's like the one thing that like you can just lie about and there's no way that you will be able to check it. You know what I mean? This is classist as fuck, lol. Wait, what? No, I'm explaining it to you. Anyway. But when I would go on dates in LA, it was a very materialistic place. If I picked up my date in the Camry, and they made like they made a stink about it. If they were like, "Oh, this is your car," or something like that, which didn't happen all the time. But if it did happen, then I would make a mental note about it because I was like, all right, this person is maybe not someone that I want to spend a lot of time with. But fear not, chat, all of your moms did not care about me driving a busted-ass Camry. They loved it.
My personal experience, they're not. They want to be the ones providing, which kind of sucks. But, personality and morals and like their mindset is way more important than money.
I feel like money doesn't define a person at all. Like if I'm gonna date you, it's for your personality, not your looks, not your money. I don't care. From personal experience, money has absolutely nothing to do with a relationship.
So I agree with you guys, but as a woman, I don't want to be the one paying the bills and taking care of their house. And so for me, like, you don't have to be the richest person in the world. But if I'm going to be a millionaire or multimillionaire or whatever it is, I at least want to be the person that encourages you to do the same. Mm-hmm. But I don't want to be, I've had it done before and it's been the.
Are these people all, no, 6? Wait, no, it's got to be like a mistake, man. There's no fucking shot. They explain later.
The most exhausting thing because it's like, you can be the sweetest man ever, but if we go out and I'm paying for everything and I'm doing everything, it's too much. That's why I'm just like, I somewhat agreed that I need you to be a millionaire, or at least be making enough money to where I'm fully taken care of. And then we can be a powerhouse together like Beyonce and Jay-Z. So.
I think a lot of the time.
I hate most of these people. Like a lot. I'm not gonna lie, I have bad feelings in my heart for many of these people. Like these are just awful people. For the most part.
It's different from a girl's perspective versus a guy. I think girls want to be taken care of. I think that's a beautiful thing. I've always just been the one to take care of girls and pay for everything. I think as a guy, you should be doing that.
But I mean, on this topic, my point is you brought up something saying, oh, if the girl doesn't know how to open up my car door, I wouldn't even date her. But I feel like, I feel like it's ever so selfish because you feel like, oh, I want to get happiness by making this girl, spending money on her. But at the same time, I feel like the only binding factor in your relationship is money at that point, right? Because if you stop providing money to her, then she gets used to that lifestyle. Then she's like, okay, I'm gonna find someone else.
The reason I say that is because I wasn't looking at it like a sense of like that, but more like getting used for it. Like, girls will want to go on dates with you because you can take them to that dinner. They want all of that. No,
girls would normally, in a normal planet, girls do not want to go on dates with you because you can take them to a nice dinner, dumbass. Girls should want to go on dates with you because of who you are, like as a person. Who you are as a person should have nothing to do with how much money you have. Oh my fucking Lord, dude. Like, that can be a fun little secondary bonus. That can be the bonus hole of the story. But ultimately, it should not be the primary thing. That's so dumb. These people have dude, Sigma grindset capitalism bullshit has basically created a system where people unironically think like, no, you don't understand. Like, I don't have any personality. You don't understand. I do not have anything. I only own things. The things that I own and the access that I have make up my entire persona, make up my entire personality. It's the only thing I'm good for. This is so dumb. Not every relationships are supposed to not be transactional. Okay? They're supposed to not be transactional. I thought like, I don't know. I don't even know what to say. I'm like fucking blackpilled seeing a bunch of like young multi-millionaires going absolute bananas mode, talking about how like, no, actually like everything is transactional and the only thing I have is money.
That. So I feel like that's very common that they
You know his ass is looking at a fucking dumbass like Instagram meme account that says like Warren Buffett still wears the same t-shirt that he wore 25 years ago. But Jay-Z, when he was dead broke, used to wear chains. Like those like dumbass racist ass memes that those fucking accounts post all the time. Like black people that are rich wear chains. White people that are rich wear polo tees. You know what I mean? Like he's watching that and like not even getting like the main point of that beyond the obvious, like, you know, not so subtle racist components. But the main point is like, it's real rich people are humble because they try to portray themselves as the everyday man because they are more than just the numbers on a Excel spreadsheet.
will use you for that. And it's like it's a thing I'm scared of, you know, like it's happened to me many times. So it's like, I said it like that and it sounded kind of crazy. And everyone was like, oh, what the hell? But like, you know what I mean, you know, like, it's common. Girls will only come to you because you have the Lambo, because you make the money, and they don't care about you, you know? So that's what I was kind of going at. I like a girl who just doesn't care about money at all.
That's a lie. That is directly the exact opposite of what you just said originally. What you said in the beginning quite literally was, oh, I want to date someone who's a brokey because I want to be able to control them with like all of the things, or I want to date a brokey so that I can like show them things that they would normally never be able to experience for the first time. Like, and now you're like backpedaling hard as fuck to be like, no, you don't understand. Like your net worth is not all that matters.
At all, you know?
Something that I do whenever I meet people is I don't tell them my name. I don't tell them my Instagram. I don't want them to be able to search me up, know how much money I make, know where I live.
Who's this YouTuber? Okay, now I gotta look it up. YouTuber, what's her YouTube account? Let's take a look. How are these YouTubers making millions of dollars, dude? I fucking doubt it. Really? She has 900,000. She has 900,000 followers. Well, she's followed by Pokemon. That's like being a millionaire. You know what I mean? Okay, her views she gets decent amount of money, probably more than you. What do you mean? That's the same kind of guy that will try to pick up girls or sell himself based on his Lambo. She was in the Girl Riz video. The blonde girl was indeed a millionaire at age 6. Not really, but that's how they market her. Warning, child beauty pageant photos. Ew, I'm not clicking on that link. Anyway, let's continue.
I don't tell them my Instagram. I don't want them to be able to search me up, know how much money I make, know where I live, and know the lifestyle that I live, because that's how I avoid people using me for money.
Yeah, I have 2 different Instagrams. So like,
Me too. Me too.
I have one Instagram I'll send to them, and like, if, you know, it's kind of test, you know? If they look through it, there's...
Bro, stop saying a test. Stop. Your tests are bad, man. You're not going to win the crowd over with your tests.
no cars, nothing flashy. It's like me and...
That's also a lie. You just literally said you fucking... Oh, God. He literally said he tests people if they know his Lamborghini. Oh, God.
my mom and like Marshall's clothing.
I'm going to go pee.
If they
I'm losing.
with that, like, then we go on, you know?
Yeah.
No, I actually have a rule. If you know who I am, you're officially like off the list. Like I cannot talk to you at all. Because
Oh my God.
what happens is
Poor guys.
in the past, like when I've met guys and they know like what I do, we'll go out and I'm like, okay, we're going out to dinner. You know, I look nice and everything. And then they're like, so do you know if you could teach me how to trade? And I'm like, okay. And it's just like dread the rest of the
There's no way
night.
that's happening.
No.
Like, there's a guy
He
that
like pulls out like a notebook.
It's
He's
like the
ready.
number one thing. My name is Kelly OG, and I am the biggest secret that you've probably never heard, which is okay because it's a secret. My net worth is about $20 million.
What do you think makes you a great entrepreneur?
My relentlessness to never give up. I've never believed that I couldn't do anything. Even in the cases where it was probably not the most likely, I've just always worked towards it, saying one day it's gonna come. And I think that work ethic and tenacity just continue to compound and roll over and snowball itself into what I have today.
It is easier to make money if you're white. 3, 2, 1, go.
My mentor is not white, and he's worth $204 million. So I think I seen it.
Bro, oh God, there's no better demonstration that like money doesn't equal fucking anything, and especially not intellect, than this dude who is basically Andrew Tate, but like kinder and not doing sex trafficking. So not like Andrew Tate at all. But this is like an anecdote. He's like, oh, my mentor is worth $200 million and he's not white. Oh, okay. Got it. All right. Never mind then. Owned.
At firsthand, you know, most of my friend group is not whites, and they do very well for themselves.
I would say you're almost an exception with what the majority is. I think majority-wise, if you look at just the demographic of the United States.
Wait, someone in the chat said the answers are almost a color gradient. That's pretty funny.
You know, whenever you think of trust fund babies, whenever you think of houses in the Hamptons, whenever you think of that luxury lifestyle, it's not usually the black demographic or people of color in general. For example, when slavery was a thing, white people had a 200-year head start to start their businesses, to set up their families for success and all that. So when black people finally had the opportunities, which was not until recently 1965, to really be in the same rooms as white people, you're looking at a large discrepancy in time and success and achievement. So I think just naturally in general, white people are taken as more serious because of the stereotypes that have been put on people of color. So that's where I'm like, I agree with that statement, not saying that people of color cannot be successful, but just saying that it's more likely for someone who is white to have better opportunities than someone who isn't.
I mean, maybe in past generations, what you're saying is 100%.
He went from like absolutely disagree to like, okay, I'll give it to you. You made a good argument. I somewhat disagree.
True, right? If you're based on race, people perceive you differently. But I feel like now this new generation, you can become wealthy from the internet, right? Like you're in Forex, I'm in crypto. I don't have to have any face on the products I create. It doesn't matter what race I am, because if they don't know who I am selling the products to them, I don't think it's at, you know, valid as a point today than it used to be in previous generations.
Yeah, dude, crypto billionaires, dude. Yeah. Which is, of course, the only way that people make money, famously. Like, dude, this is for everything, okay? We're talking about in the Western world, is it easier to make money if you're white? The answer is yes. The answer is, of course, yes. Okay? Of course, due to systemic racism. Now, that doesn't mean that, like, you know, black people can't get ahead. Okay, of course they can. Some can. But we're talking about averages here, all right? I don't know why he's like, be like, oh, well, in cryptocurrency, it doesn't matter what your background is. You can still make money. Look at me. I didn't even put my face on it. It's like, okay, first of all, cryptocurrency is a scheme and a scam in general to begin with. It's just gambling. But there, it's okay, so it's more equal opportunity failure for everybody in that situation.
I agree. Your face doesn't always have to be tied to it. So, I mean, she changed my mind a little bit because I feel like I was a little bit too harsh, because you did make like a really good point. Statistically, you were 150% correct. Like, you were right. But I think in my firsthand experience, just the people I've been around, a lot of them are not white and they are successful. So that's why I was like so all the way to the right. Now I'm like here.
I think
wow, you changed my mind a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Just a little bit.
We forget that not everybody's job is online, and not everybody's job you can hide behind a screen. And most people work everyday jobs in person, doing, you know, customer service where people have to look at them. So I think if we're talking about if it's easier to make money as a white person, I would say yes, because applying to jobs, Most of the time, if they go into an interview and they're a person of color, they're probably less likely to get that job.
Scam rip-off report from his company.
Than a white person,
yeah,
and
no
also
shit.
a white person is probably going to get paid more than a person of color. We've seen it in the statistics, so I think it is easier to make more money as a white person.
I think two things specifically. For one, although I'm right here, Indians make the most amount of money in America when it comes to any racial demographic group, which is great, so shout out to the Indians. But two, with that being said, I remember when I started my business, I had a very in-depth conversation with my father, and he said, Jay, if I were you, I would highly recommend staying behind the scenes and letting a white man run the business because they get along with.
Bro, this is like typical fucking first-gen parents, by the way. This literally verbatim is not what my grandfather told me directly, but he basically said, Hasan, your name, you need to use different name. No one is gonna trust you. They say, you keep saying you are Muslim. Why are you saying you are Muslim? Stop saying you are Muslim. Do not tell people your name is Hasan. Literally, my grandfather, every time I saw him, he was like, what are you doing? You already look very American. Why are you saying your name is Hasan? Change it. Just use Dogan. That is your middle name. Say you are Dogan Piker. Always. Okay? And I didn't do that. But it's pretty funny that like a lot of first generation parents, like, you know, or grandparents in this case, have the same thought where they're like, come on, America's like super racist, bro. Come on, don't fuck that up.
People a little bit better than we do, just because people don't understand Indians. But even in that, you could, you know, develop yourself to be a great CEO regardless. I mean, there's huge companies in America that they're all ran by Indian Americans or Indians.
Starbucks.
I mean, whether it's Google, whether it's Microsoft,
Yeah.
I mean, these are all ran by Indian Americans. I'm Jay, I'm the CEO and principal of Modere. A quick 30 seconds in regard to who I am. I started programming at the age of 9. At 11, I started freelancing. I got my first contract with a local salon to build their website. And then at 14 is when I got my first large contract with a Fortune 500 company. At 15, I dropped out of high school to pursue my agency full time. And at 18, I moved to Dallas, Texas. I'm originally from Bethlehem, Pennsylvania.
I'm Isabella.
Dude, I'm sorry. This kid probably is like a wunderkind or whatever, but like, why does everyone sound so much like they're scamming? Like, everybody sounds like they're scammers. Like, what he's describing could be a very legitimate business, but also could just as easily be like a Gary Vee style or a Ty Lopez style. Like, oh, I watched a bunch of Ty Lopez videos and then I went and like took advantage of fucking boomers and promised them that like there will be more foot traffic in the restaurants if I can make their website on Squarespace. You know what I mean?
And I am a designer, entrepreneur, and reality TV star. I started out on reality TV on the show Toddlers and Tiaras. I was 6 years old when I was named one of the youngest self-made millionaires, and I really loved fashion, so I created my first brand, which was a suit and blazer line, sold that to JCPenney for private labeling, started a jewelry company where you win accomplishment bracelets. I created House of Bready, which is now my global business, which has made me more than $1 million now. And I'm also writing a book called A Teen's Guide to Business to show people how to become who I am today.
I have flaunted my wealth. 3, 2, 1, go.
I was bullied as a kid, so flaunting my wealth
Yeah, we could tell, dog.
was kind of my way of saying, hey, I made it. And then kind of looking back at it, I wasn't as satisfied as I thought I would be. Like, I thought, like, oh, I got the Lambo.
We know he fucking flaunted his wealth. He literally still talking about the Lambo. He brought up the Lambo again. Oh my God, I'm gonna throw up.
And like, everyone's like, oh my God, you know?
I agree, and like,
This is who everybody on Twitter thinks I am, okay? Like, all of my haters on Twitter think I'm this kid. And then some. On top of that, I'm also like grifting for socialism. But they're like, oh, remember when you flexed that you fucking bought a Porsche, dude? Yeah, totally.
like I feel like
That's what
I
I
don't
was doing.
flaunt it, but like I've worked very hard. So if I want to post my nice car, I'm gonna post my nice car because I made the money to buy that. If I want to post me buying something at Gucci, I'm gonna do that because I worked hard for that. It's not
Oh my
flaunting.
God.
It's more of like self, you know.
You're proud.
Yeah, I'm proud of it, exactly.
Do you ever feel guilty doing that? Because sometimes I
Yes.
do.
Yeah.
In my like, yeah.
Oh my.
I agree with you on the I used to get bullied like crazy. I just feel guilty because I'm like,
Yeah.
some people just they won't have this opportunity, or maybe they will, but I just like my mindset around it, I feel bad sometimes. But at the same time, it's not like we're trust fund kids. We worked for it.
Anyone have a trust fund?
I wish.
No.
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 Okay, continue.
I definitely remember when I first started making a little bit of
Cap.
money. I would have those little corny Instagram flexes on your story. I won't lie.
Like the little,
Was like the
little
watch?
watch.
Yeah, it definitely was. It was like
Watch on the steering wheel.
I'm done.
right. It was like it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. But I think as I've grown up a little bit, it's not really. I don't do it as much.
I've just posted a video flying first class. Almost every single one of my thumbnails have NYC penthouse in it. So I do, I'm strongly agree because I do flaunt it. But for me, the reason why I do it is, first of all, it's clickable. Everyone wants to, you know, see how does she do that? But also people can go back and see how I started and see how I grew myself up to there. And I get a lot of comments all the time being like, wow, it's so cool seeing you grow up from living in your friend's basement to now a penthouse. And I think the difference for me, instead of feeling like I'm showing off and stuff, is because I'm showing people how I did it in hopes to inspire people that aren't living this lifestyle, that maybe live the lifestyle that I used to, that it is achievable, and that if they want to live this lifestyle, potentially.
It's so funny that you guys are like, bro, where's a nuke when you need one? When in like the grand scheme of things, one, I probably make more money than all of them. Remember that. And two, these people are nothing. They're literally a blip on the fucking radar. Okay? They're not even a blip on the radar. There are 18 million millionaires in the United States of America alone. 18 million, motherfucker. Do you understand how wealthy this goddamn country is? These people are nothing. Okay? They're just cringe and annoying, but you also have to remember that it's mostly the fact that because they have nothing, that they're fucking flaunting all of it in comparison to the actual fucking wealthy people. Oh, you're right. They deserve fair pay. No, none of these people are actually laboring, except for her, I guess. She like makes her own YouTube videos. They're just cringe and annoying because they're fucking kids, though. It's their personality. I would legally prosecute them for this. That's true. There's no way any of them know what true hard work is. They all have stories of coming up in at least upper middle class families where they had the support and be able to make it to where they are now, giving them a jump start over people who have to scrounge at the bottom. Yes, abso-fucking-lutely. Absolutely. They have no understanding of how fortunate they got, how lucky they got to get to the position that they're at. You know what I mean? They have none of that.
Potentially they could. My name is Mai. I'm a
So
YouTuber
did Hasan.
and I'm also
I don't
the
even
founder
know
of
what
my
you're
clothing
talking
line, Alchemy. I'm 20 years old now, but I made my first million when I was 18. I've just been doing YouTube for a very, very, very long time, but I feel like when I was younger and I wasn't making that much money, I learned how to budget my money a lot. So honestly, what drives me to do what I do every single day is just to be able to provide for the people around me and to be able to inspire as many creatives as I possibly can. Like, that is my main motive at this point. It's not for financial purposes anymore.
My name is Yusuf, and I'm a crypto entrepreneur. I was learning stocks and investing at quite a young age, around 10 years old, and I go into drop shipping. Then after around maybe like 20.
Bitch, what were you investing with at 10 years old? Like lemonade stand money? The fuck do you mean, bro? He's like, oh, I was already drop shipping at 12 years old. It's like, what kind of upfront capital do you have as a 12-year-old man? Like, that makes no fucking sense.
20 attempts of failed stores. I hit one really big hit. And then in 2018, I bought Bitcoin, Ethereum.
What is drop shipping? I've always wondered. Drop shipping is when you go to a website like fucking Alibaba and then get it for like 10 cents on the dollar and then sell that same product on a website without actually producing it at all in the Western world for $10 instead. That's just how it works. It's when the USB man kicks my box to my door. Drop shipping is when someone else ships for you. Yeah, I know. That's what I just described. What do you mean? You're a middleman that just fronts the website and sales. You just basically described what I just explained. I just said that. You said they buy inventory from Alibaba. No, I didn't say they buy it from Alibaba. Sorry. I said things that they're selling for at 10 cents on the dollar at Alibaba, they sell on their website for $10. They don't actually buy it. They don't put anything up front. No, you described arbitrage. Yeah, that's what do you mean? Drop shipping is when you're a fucking drop shipping is when you're basically a scalper without actually buying the product itself. Okay?
Other altcoins like Zilliqa and VeChain, and in 2021 I created my own cryptocurrency and I started helping other people by building their cryptos for them.
Oh God.
It was like, you know, it was a level up system. I did this, then I went to that, and it just kept progressively getting better, I feel.
We should do a group trip to St. Bart's.
No, like please.
Yes.
We should actually.
Can you
that'd be
please do a group trip, y'all?
You're paying, right?
Of course. Liz, are you free next week? We're all going to St. Bart's. We'd love for you to come.
Oh, yeah. I'd love to. Let me just like
We'll book your
collect
flight.
all my credit cards.
Oh, we should actually.
You know how crazy that would be?
We should. Dude. We'll go here to Miami. Dude.
All right. We'll make it happen.
all right. Let's get serious, guys.
This
What do you
trip's
mean?
going
We are
to our
serious.
group chat, y'all.
Yeah, we're being serious.
Jokes.
I would be a different person if I didn't have this money. 3, 2, 1, go.
If I have money or not, I'm still the same person. I always preach on my social media, just be authentic.
Like, I was annoying from a very early age. At the age of 6, I was still this way.
And be you, and people will love you for who you are.
I think for me, when I didn't have money and I was living at my parents' house, I had a lot of mental health issues. I was depressed and I was suicidal. And I think having the money to be able to move myself out of that environment.
Dude, that's crazy. I have way worse. I think my mental health is way fucking worse now. My finances have improved dramatically, okay? And my mental health is way fucking worse. I don't know what the hell they're talking about.
Environment completely changed my life. Having money has boosted my confidence so much, just in a way where I have a nose job, so I was able to do that. And I used to look in the mirror every single day and just cry because I thought I was so ugly. And having money now to be able to live wherever I want, live with whoever I want, and being able to, change things about my appearance. So
The thing is, I would not be a different person if I didn't have this money. I was the same person when I didn't have the money. And I'm the same person now. I'm making a joke about like my mental health being worse. But one thing that I've regularly talked about was a gigantic burden being lifted off of my shoulders when I no longer was worried about my finances in the same way that I had to worry about all the time. The Uber metric, as I call it, like the moment that I realized I didn't have to look at like surge pricing or check to see if I have enough money to take like an Uber journey, was when I was like, oh shit, I'm actually comfortable now. You are pretty consistent. You can look to 8-year-old clips of you saying still the same thing. Yeah, exactly. My personality didn't change. My financial circumstances did. Did you not grow as a person since getting your money? No, I think I've grown experience-wise. But ultimately, I am the same person. I'm the same person with just more money. They're under the delusion that they're fully responsible for their success rather than the reality that they were extremely lucky and only able to succeed because of a privileged position. I don't know. Uber moment. What did you call it? The Uber what? Is that a real theory? No. I said like my Uber realization when you're broke or when you're trying to make ends meet, when you're not financially secure, and this is the reality for a lot of people in the chat. Okay. You look at your finances when you're making decisions like, can I take this Uber ride? Can I go out this weekend? Do I have enough money to do these things? Or at least that was my experience. When I realized that I no longer have to make these mental calculations on the spot, I realized that I was at a level of financial success. This was years ago still, which I think was like 2020 when 3 years ago is when I came to that realization.
I think that money completely changed my life, and without it, my personality wouldn't even be the same, because when I was younger and I was in that toxic household where my parents were arguing about money every single day, that made me such a negative person. I was not the optimistic, positive person that I am today, and I think that having money and getting myself out of that has completely changed my personality.
Mm-hmm. You know, I would agree money gives you a lot of opportunities. It allows you to afford a lot of things, get out of different environments, and I want that experience for everyone. So I love that you were able to take care of not only your family, but how your confidence is and allows you to hold your head higher. I love that for you. I think there's a saying that money doesn't change you. It amplifies who you already are. If you're usually a selfish person, you're gonna think everybody sees you for the money for the most part. You're gonna think everyone needs to owe you. If you're a cocky person, you're gonna make the—
Do you think you'd be different if you made the same level of money you make now, but at age 18? Probably. I think I would be a different person. I'd probably be a fucking major asshole. Yeah. 100%. I think these guys are victims of their own success in many respects. I am very fortunate. I developed as an adult, and I wasn't famous. You know what I mean? I developed as an adult. I had fears of not being able to make ends meet at the end of the month. I had to sit down and like budget out my meals. I had to do all of that stuff. And I think those were, at the time, it was fucking awful. And only now do I recognize how awful that situation was. But it was good for me to have these formative experiences. But I only can say that because I already have crossed that boundary. You know what I mean? I'm privileged enough. That's why rich people always say, oh, money isn't everything. Money isn't everything. Yeah, money isn't everything, but not having it is. When you don't have money, it is everything. It literally is everything. You know?
The money define who you are.
Just to kind of piggyback off of what you said, I genuinely feel like I'm the same kid as I was when I started programming at the age of 9. Like, just a hardworking kid that wanted to make something out of himself. I feel as if I was just in college right now, I would still be like working hard at school, trying to improve myself. I'm still the same guy. I might dress a little bit nicer and eat better food, but fundamentally the same kid.
Yeah, I 100% agree with what you're saying, that, you know, your fundamentals stay the same. But to say you were the same person when you were 9 till you were now, right? I mean, like, I feel like, I don't know, maybe there's an alternate version of yourself that wasn't successful. If you go look at that, have a conversation with that person, you can't say, oh, me and him are the same. I feel like to be strongly disagree is a bit too harsh. I feel like, you know, experiences have definitely shaped your being, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of where
I feel like this Yusuf guy might have been banned from this chat. You know what I mean? Giving debate lord energy too.
would be at. Like, I feel like, yes, I still am the same.
That's very fair.
Yeah, I feel like I still am the same person. Like, I still like the same things, but like,
they're not even going to fucking same bars. They just said that as a flex, dude. I mean, that's like that in and of itself. And then they like flexed on the fucking producer who was who's putting on the show too. Like that in and of itself is like pretty fucked up. God, that fucking bull. Bad.
Like he said, experiences 100% shape you. Like the people you're around, that rubs off. And right now, my best friends in high school are like cracking like 100 beers a day and like posting on their Snapchat story. It's like, I would be with them right now. So I would 100% not be the same person. You know, now I'm doing different things.
That's a really good example. So I feel as if although the experience would be different, as an individual, I genuinely feel I'm the same guy. Always worked hard. I mean, I have immigrant parents, so I always had a little bit of a burden on my head. It transitioned very organically for me to become an entrepreneur, and I think that's the difference. But that's why I also had to go to disagree in terms of, actually, maybe I'll go to somewhat disagree.
I had a question. You've been talking about work ethic a lot, but do you think that it's changed your confidence or the way you view certain things? Like, aside from work, do you think it's changed you?
Work ethic, I think, is single-handedly the most important thing when it comes to any success in life. Like, I used to be a very chubby and overweight guy. I got my shit together and dropped my ignorance, did all the research, and I ended up getting in a really good shape. So that all really just comes from your work ethic at the end of the day.
As a society, the number one thing we chase is money, because money is what all of our problems kind of lie under, what the bills lie under, what just living a life lies under, what eating lies under. And so for a lot of people, they don't have the opportunities, they don't have the freedom, they don't have the breathing room. So every single day is just chasing money and living paycheck to paycheck. When you do have money, you can take the step back and be like, okay, all of that's taken care of. Let me focus on me, let me focus on my relationships, let me focus on repairing things. So I think that's a really big privilege that I think we do have. And I think it's subjective to all of us. Like, we all have different experiences. So I think money has changed people, but I think the connotation is always a bad thing. And that's why people fight so hard for, no, money hasn't changed me. But I think even when money does change you, it can be for good.
Exactly.
You know, and so I think it's just subjective to how we feel individually about it.
I feel like all of us are very like open to conversation, and no one's arrogant or like being rude. So very happy. I was a little scared walking into this. Were you guys? Was anyone else scared?
I was like,
little,
ooh.
Oh, there was SFX going on in my ear going, da-dum, da-dum, da-dum. That was my heart. That was my heart.
I was nervous, 100%. I was like, Mom,
I agree. I'm not shy, but I'm like scared of what other people think of me in a way.
Overall, it's been pretty great so far, so excited for the rest.
So far, reset.
you're like, girl, we ain't done.
Don't do that.
I'm Fiona. I'm a founder and CEO. I'm also a YouTuber. So I started making money at the age of 8 from acting and modeling. Then I started making more money at the age of 10 from YouTube. By the age of 18, I became a millionaire through YouTube.
The bull penis smells fucking unbearable, dude. I think it's like giving me a headache. That's how bad it smells.
AdSense, sponsorships, my brand, and now it is expanding a
The thing
lot.
that
So
Kaya is
it's growing
chewing
quickly,
on.
which is really insane. And I'm still 19. I'm still a teenager.
I am lonely. 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh man.
Forget y'all. Like,
I think, like, in a work aspect, no, I'm not lonely.
Yeah.
In a personal aspect, absolutely. Like, a lot of my friends, we don't do the same things. I love them to death. They have great morals. They're great people. But, like, mentally wise, it's very different. And, like, I just feel different. I feel lonely.
I prefer being kind of alone.
oh,
Me too. I've grown to like it.
I
though.
Like,
agree
I
with that,
enjoy it
yeah.
a lot,
I enjoy
to be
alone
honest
time.
with you. Like, sometimes I literally just want to go out at night and just drive alone or just be in my house alone. I'm
Oh my God, dude. This is fucking sad. This is so sad.
kind of an antisocial person because I was forced to be like that as a young kid because people did not like me. They bullied me. They did not want to spend time with me. So I guess that kind of molded me into being like preferring to be alone. It's hard to find like-minded.
Bro, Lambo Kid is like, at first I was hating on him, and now it's like everything he says is like a cry for help. You know what I mean? Like he basically is just like openly being like, dude, I need help. I'm so lonely. Everything is awful.
18, 19, and 20
Right.
year olds.
And actually, I was gonna say, being in this room right now, that completely, I was like,
That's like the
you know
first
what?
time I don't feel lonely. Like all my friends are 24, 25, 26,
Yeah,
27.
I'm the same way. Like,
Same. Oh my God.
They're all about to
Older.
have like kids, and I'm
My friends
like,
are getting married.
yeah,
So
you
I'm
know?
like, what the?
And like this is like the first time
is-
I've been able to have
Yeah.
like a educated conversation with someone my age. Like usually an 18, 19-year-old's like, yeah, dude, college party, man, tonight. Like, let's.
Brother, there are definitely plenty of smart, talented, clever, creative 18 to 19-year-olds, educated 18 to 19-year-olds. The problem is most educated, smart, creative, talented 18 to 19-year-olds are going to avoid you, okay? Because you start off the conversation with your Lamborghini, okay? Like, it just immediately signals that you are an asshole. Why the fuck would anybody be like, oh, yeah, dude, tell me more about drop shipping, brother? Like, I love that.
Let's go, like, you
No,
know, but
I
this
feel
is like
lonely in that
cool.
sense too. I think when it comes to actually having friends, I ain't
It's
got
hard.
no
I ain't got nobody. It's
Because
really hard.
Because they're
Yeah, these guys are sad. It's so fucking sad. Goddamn, I'm so fortunate. You should check his vlogs. All his friends despise him.
Shit. Spent a ton of money on it. Hopefully the quality comes out good. I needed to purchase a camera. I made it happen. I got this Sony A7 IV, I don't know, some expensive shit. Spent a ton of money on it. Hopefully the quality comes out good. So I'm gonna take a hint. But yeah, we're about to head to this crepe spot. Alright, so we're on our way to the garage. Ethan just called me. I actually have to call a client right now. I'm calling him Caleb. I think I hear the 488. Yup, that's the 488.
Wait, that's how his Lamborghini doors open? Wait, that's literally how... Kaya, what are you doing? God damn you did. Kaya, no. There. Oh, God. He's like, here, Dad. Look, do you want to play with the bull penis yourself? It smells awful. That's a Ferrari, dude. That's a Ferrari, you idiot. That's a Ferrari, not a Lambo. Okay, man. I'm sorry. Hey, guys. Hey, guys. I apologize for my grave mistake. I didn't know that what he was getting into was a fucking Ferrari and not a Lamborghini. How stupid of me. I am such a broke boy.
Left the bank. If you don't go to the bank every day, something is wrong. Like, if you're not going to the bank.
What? What? You go to the... Who goes to the bank every day? What? What are you, a bank robber? What do you mean? If you're not going to the bank every day, something is wrong. What? That's like... What? Did I misunderstand him? Hold on.
If you don't go to the bank every day, something is wrong.
Bro's a teller, dude. He's saying, if you don't go to the bank every day, something is wrong. It means you've lost your job. I'm a bank teller. Does he know you got apps? Like, Bank of America has an application. You don't get him. He's planning a heist.
Like, if you're not going to the bank every single day.
Like, my least favorite experience of all time is going to the fucking bank, brother. What the hell? I want attention. That's what she wants. She wants attention. That's what she wants. She's like, come on. You don't go to the bank every day, something is wrong. Oh God, the audio is so bad. Oh, dude, he did the fucking wrist thing. He did the diamonds on my wrist. My wrist so icy. My wrist so icy. I'm fucking cold. Ay, 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 bro. That's like you're like a fucking video game NPC at that point. Like when you do that, this is literally some video game NPC shit right here. I can't watch the rest of this. This shit is fucking ass.
There's always a difference. I mean, if you're talking about, it gets to the point if I want to hang out with my friends, then I'm the one paying for everything, and it's a really difficult position for me. Like one of my biggest prayers that I've been praying for like the last year is for God to introduce me to girlfriends, like friends that are girls that are doing the same thing I'm doing. They're doing really well. I think it's awesome that we're on this road.
After this video, we're gonna do the census, the town hall. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do the census.
I'm happy that we all did this. Yeah.
So wait, you guys aren't lonely? Like you don't like to be lonely?
Yeah.
Like
what the hell?
I feel like I thought you were gonna be like you're a crypto trader.
Like,
He's like, yeah, bro, you're fucking, thought you'd be as big as a loser as me, dude. You're a fucking crypto guy.
I mean, like, I enjoy my own company, you know. I love just spending time myself, going on walks, etc. But like, have big networks of other like-minded crypto people and different traders. So
Oh, he means he's in Discord servers, dude. Yeah, like Hustlers University.
maybe I'm blessed in that sense. Like maybe some of you are saying, like, I know you were saying that you don't have people you could talk to about like your age who are like, you know, into the Forex industry. And I feel like I'm surrounded with a lot of people. Maybe they are older, but I don't mind that. I don't mind having friends who are 24, 25, 26, you know?
You don't? I do.
I
So
don't.
I feel like they don't have the same problems as me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm like still trying to find like my first girlfriend that's gonna last more than a year.
Yeah, but they were
you
17
know?
once, right? Or they were 17, 18 once. So
Yeah,
if
but
you talk to them, then they would
it's not. It's different when you're not in the same, because they look at you different. You know,
They
they
look
look
at
at
you
you
like
as
a
like a
parent.
son, or like that's my relationship with my older friends. Like they're my mentors. I look up to them for business advice. But there's a little bit of a personal disconnect that I feel. You know, and I'm surprised you guys don't feel that. That's why I'm so shocked.
Do you guys think you had a childhood?
No.
Yeah.
What was that?
Yeah.
What was that?
No.
Not really.
I don't
no.
think I had a childhood.
No,
I also think
I feel
I
like I did.
forced myself to not have a childhood. Because I was just always like,
Well.
I need to become somebody and I need to take care of my family. So like,
It was and wasn't
that's
my
just always
choice.
me.
I mean, I think I always had like an underlying pressure being from an immigrant family to always like try to succeed. But I mean, I think I had a great childhood. I mean, I have two older sisters that I spent time with. I played basketball, did track, did the whole 9 yards. And then I think my childhood really ended probably when I was like in 7th grade. After that, I just was focused a lot on business.
Yeah, no, I'm grateful for the childhood like I had, but I don't think it's traditional whatsoever.
Oh,
like
agreed.
it's so different. Like I put like every element of myself online for people to judge, and it was hard. It was really hard, but I still had fun. Like I definitely did stupid things, which I'm I'm so grateful for. I look back and I'm like, yeah, okay, I had fun still, which is really what matters to me.
Would you trade your money for your childhood?
No.
I thought about it.
No.
Really?
I thought
For
about it.
me, I didn't really have very much of a childhood
thought
because
about
my
it, yeah.
parents were working from morning to night. So that's why I went online to seek a community and people to talk to. I would play games on my PC and stream that to talk to people, and that's where I am today. But that's
Yeah, I don't know why like they're talking about their childhoods when like they're still children. Like you're still like a child. You're like 16, 17. You're still a child.
also
at that
the reason
point.
why my mom lives with me now is because I feel like she never got to raise me and I never got a mother figure in my life. So that's kind of why I'm mending that relationship now, so that we both feel like, you know,
I've
she
thought
was my
about it.
parent.
I've thought about it,
Yeah.
though. Like, definitely. Like, sometimes, like, when I call, like, my friends that are in college and they're telling me, like, their biggest problem is, like, their history test, I'm like, dude, like, please, bro, please make that my problem, like, my biggest priority, you know? So sometimes when I think on that standpoint, I definitely consider it. Like, yeah, the money's great, everything.
Like, bro, my life is so busy and so bad. You know what I mean? I fucking hate being a billionaire. Or, I mean, a millionaire, dude. I mean, this is like, dude, money has like, money at such an early age, I think, has completely eviscerated these guys' brains, okay? It's turned most of them, with some exceptions, into like just lifeless husks. You know what I mean? Very odd. Yeah, we saw the ripoff report, chatter. Aaron Grant Venture e-commerce promised passive income and revenue and did not deliver anything. Took the money and ran. Scam alert. Profits through Shopify automation. The guy's clearly had some success with e-commerce, or whoever is owning his accounts has access to does. He constantly shows videos of stores pumping 5 figures in monthly revenue. The caveat is that you can't see if it's profitable or not. I'd guess that it isn't. E-commerce revenue and exotic cars will lead many people to believe that this kid is the real deal, but he's not. Once he gets a whiff of a client who may be interested or to invest, he goes into a friendly, I swear I'm not a scam mode. He talks and talks and pretends to be your friend to get you into wire over 5 figures at a time to invest into his company, Venture Ecom. Known for his TikTok videos, a purchase verified account, he has amassed a following showcasing his lifestyle of exotic cars and making money online. He's eager to get money into his account and will text and call you every day until you do so. Once you send the money over for your automation store, he becomes much less attentive. Sales may or may not start, and if they do, they will sell products that are razor thin or negative margins to show you that they can produce revenue, while also advertising fast shipping times. They cheap products from China that are sometimes not even what they're advertising. This is where he's getting his revenue generating stores from. False advertising trending products he knows he's selling well online, and then copies it and sources an inferior crappy product from China. Then runs ads talking about fast shipping time or buy one, get one free. Many people do not receive their free items. The revenue posts make it hard to detect this elaborate scam. Buyer beware. Yeah, Fizz is right. If anyone is dumb enough to send this guy 5 figures, you kind of deserve it. Like, you were not cut out. You were not going to make it out, okay? Like, this dude is, I mean, not exactly the most charismatic guy, you know what I mean?
Everything's great, but again, we all kind of talked about like how much do we value money. Like sometimes I do value the other things as well, like the actual personal experiences. You know, I wouldn't mind being with my friends right now in the basement, you know, watching sports and, you know, hanging out. Like I would not mind that at all. Like, but you know, we make the hard decisions. That's the thing. We all made the hard decision, and you know.
I mean, we're all faced with very tough challenges and problems.
Yeah.
But we also get the other half of that, which is all the success and the money and the notoriety.
Comes with it.
Bro, even their problems aren't real. What the fuck is happening? They have no like real issues. Like they can't even come up with something creative. Like, what's happening? Just talk about how much of a loser you are, honestly. Like that is like, that'll develop some sense of like, I don't know, some sense of sympathy from those who are watching the video. Like, yeah, they're all actually just Kendall Roy, but the difference is like Kendall Roy was fucked up from his father and fucked up from his father's success. These guys fucked themselves up, it seems. By the way, if you're fucking rich and your job is being a business consultant entrepreneur, just go to college if you want to go to college. Like, you're still absolutely in the college age, okay? Like, oh man, I wish my biggest problem was my history lesson. Okay, park your fucking assets and go to college right now. Go to college tomorrow. Nobody's stopping you. There's no gun to your fucking head.
Hi, I'm Aaron. I'm an entrepreneur in the e-commerce space and a business consultant. For a great entrepreneur, you definitely have to be a kind of a to your own. You know, you have to be a person that is able to motivate yourself. Being able to be alone, a lot of people aren't able to not be social. So antisocial, I think, is kind of with it. Like when I see people that are entrepreneurs, if they can't be on their own, they are gonna struggle.
Anyone can make themselves a millionaire. 3, 2, 1, go.
What?
Really?
Oh,
I
that's
think so.
There's so much free advertising, YouTube.
I mean, the reason
everything.
What's your argument to say that not everyone can make themselves a millionaire? Is it the like non-equality thing or like resource?
Dude, people are fucking insane, okay? This amount of people said, yeah, no, anyone can do it. I'm losing my fucking mind, okay? I mean, I was expecting it, and yet it's so unimaginably delusional that like I still am shocked.
Sources.
If you really look at the likelihood, you have to make $1,000 1,000 times, which is just insane.
Like, that's the difference, okay? Here's the big difference. This is wild, okay? That's the difference between someone like myself and someone like these guys, is that I understand how much luck plays a role, whether it be your financial circumstances early on, or even if your parents aren't super fucking wealthy, the fact that you don't have any other issues, right? Like you don't have the issues of like being severely impoverished when you were growing up, or even if you were severely impoverished and you basically made it out, you are still profoundly lucky in that situation. Luck played a significant role. Sure, you probably worked hard, you worked smart, but luck played a significant fucking role in your development.
Like, I think everyone can try their hardest.
Called a work ethic, Hasan, man, that's so silly, man. That's so silly. Awful take. Brother, come on, you're talking to someone again, like you're already talking to someone who has made it. You know that, right? Like you recognize that, right? You're also talking to someone who does stream 7 days a week. In comparison to many of my peers, that is an unimaginable amount, okay? Like, why don't you trust me in any way in this situation? You think a teacher in Oklahoma doesn't work hard? You think a dude working in retail doesn't fucking work hard? They work hard as fuck. They work significantly harder than the landlord does in many respects. And yet, those guys are not making as much money. They work so fucking hard. They work hard to avoid the ad breaks at the top of the hour, to make ends meet so they can have $5, so they can subscribe, to no longer see the ads. A teacher in Oklahoma does work hard, but knew going into that position there's a cap on potential net worth. It's a choice. Oh, I'm losing my fucking mind. Oh my God. Brother, it's hard for me not to make fun of you. I'm going to keep it real. It is very hard for me to not make fun of you. Like, good luck, though. Maybe one day, okay? Adventure capitalist. Good luck. Just straight up fucking surf, dude. My mom is a teacher, brother. Oh, well, she could have maybe taught you a few fucking valuable lessons, dude. My mom is a dumbass, guys. You don't understand. She doesn't have that fucking Sigma grind set, okay? She knew. That dumb bitch knew what she was getting into, okay? Yeah, she's working hard, but there's a fucking natural cap. You know what I'm saying, dude? Me, on the other hand, I'm fucking stacking papers, brother. One day, I'm going to start drop shipping, okay? And my dumb bitch mom, she doesn't know any better. I'm going to be actually valuable. I'm going to be fucking making so much money. Insane. What an insane fucking take if your mother is a goddamn teacher, and how shame on you. Okay? Literally fucking shame on you. She's actually doing something super significant. Hold this L, mom.
But you won't always get the right exposure to have $1 million put into. You won't always get the right opportunities. It's easy for us because we've done it to be like, well, I did it, so anybody else can do it. But there are many people that do exactly what we do, but yet you are in the position you're in for a reason. There's a lot of people that build apps and have like a company surrounded by that. There's a lot of people that have done crypto and now their lives are in shambles. There's a lot of people that have done drop shipping and it was the worst thing they ever did. There's a lot of people that have built different companies and it was next to nothing. And there's millions and millions of bloggers on YouTube and it's amounted to nothing. Even for me, I know so many people that trade and I'm like, it's gonna be very hard for you to get to where I'm at because I traded and built a company, but to trade to $1 million is insane.
But it's still possible for them to do it, no?
It's possible, but to say anyone?
But
No, but here's the thing.
But also
and
the
technically, like, if you're looking at it as a standpoint, anybody can, you know?
The reason why, I also think I'm very privileged, to be honest with you, because I have, like, my mentor, he comes from, like, the projects. Like, from the projects, and he's worth 9 figures. So for me, I got...
Bro, I've never understood this, by the way. Like, in my whole life, I've never had a fucking mentor. I don't know where you shop for one. I don't know how you get one. I don't know. I don't know how, like, I've only heard from lame ass motherfuckers that are like, oh yeah, I have a mentor.
Go, if he came from that circumstance in life.
But I also think that most of us are in the US and that's where a lot of money is made, but a lot of people don't get granted a visa to come here. Think about the people that don't have internet. They don't have the library to go to get the internet. And also think about the people that from their family situation, for some reason now they're homeless. And in order to, people always say, well, then get a job. But in order to get a job, you need to be able to have a home address, and not everybody has that. It's just those little things that we don't think about to even get to that first step of getting a job.
But here's the thing, right? Like you were mentioning.
They're right, by the way, and it kind of shows. Wait, I forgot how she made her money, but the other one's like a YouTube content creator, and like I do believe her background now. As far as like, oh wait, she's a trader. Yeah, Maya is like the only one normal person here, and she's a YouTube content creator. Yeah, which is weird. It's weird. It's weird when like the fucking YouTuber is the most normal person in your squad. You know what I mean? Holy fuck.
Earlier, you're basically saying that, oh, people's lives are in shambles because of crypto or Forex, but it's very rarely the mistake of external factors. It's because they did a mistake along the way, right? They were too reckless with their research and they just dumped all their money into it. I feel like the reason why I'm here, I wish there's maybe another one, but it's because I feel like it is possible, but depending on your circumstance, it could be exponentially harder, right? If you're like someone from like Ethiopia who has no internet access, for instance, then of course it's gonna be so much harder, but it's still possible.
Bro, he's literally still like, this is the peak like Jay-Z going back to Brooklyn and like, or not even Brooklyn, going back to like the Bronx and fucking trying to build like a cryptocurrency trading school. That's a real thing that Jay-Z did, by the way. Okay? It's this mentality. It is so fucking insanely out of touch. It's this mentality that like everyone can just get out of poverty by doing crypto. That's why he said Ethiopia. He's like, oh yeah, well, you know, yeah, sure. If you don't have internet access, it's hard. You know what I mean? Like, but because you can't have access to crypto. But like you could go to the fucking, I guess you could just like go to the internet cafe and still get crypto.
I mean, if you
But
like, you're
what
saying.
would you recommend they should do?
I mean, I don't know. I'm not that.
Say like it's easier, because I'm Nigerian. I recently just came from Nigeria. They get paid like $100 a month, and that's insane to them. So I feel like if you're gonna say, okay, well, if you don't have internet.
He's also a massive debate lord. I can tell. I mean, not I can tell. We can all tell. He's just like straight up doing the whole like, well, technically one person could. Yeah, man. Nobody's saying that like every single person that was born in Ethiopia is not going to see any financial success at a global stage. Like, yeah, there is the one person could do that.
Internet access is still possible. Give an example of how it's possible.
I know someone who's actually Nigerian, but then there was a public library he went to, which was like 3 hours away, and then he created cryptocurrency from that. So while I feel like to say,
oh my God, he's literally doing it. He's doing, oh my God. I did not pre-watch this. I swear I did not pre-watch this.
It's impossible is too much, because I believe nothing in this universe is impossible.
No, that's
There's
true.
always a certain extent where something can be achieved. I think, you know,
Bro, you can't have communication with a person like this, okay? You cannot have a conversation with a person like this. It's like, yeah, they could also win the fucking lottery, dog. You know what I mean? Like, actually, technically, you could never say that, because anyone could make themselves a millionaire, because there is a non-zero likelihood that someone with $1 million could walk up to someone and go, here, take my $1 million. It's fucking nuts. Like, why do you think that this is about possibility? This is not about, like, is there one person who could, like, make money from fucking cryptocurrencies, man? Like, why are you taking it so fucking literally? God damn it, I hate this. I hate this so much. I just, like, people do this so much online. It's very, very frustrating.
even the most crazy situation, 99.99% impossible, but nothing's 100% impossible, right? So I feel like to say there's a type of person that can 100% can't be a millionaire is very rare.
But it's not about making money. There's a certain type of person that a millionaire. That's
a crazy thing
completely
to say.
different.
Yeah, but anything's possible.
I think, okay, if somebody asked you, right, to put it in your terms, what is your prediction for Bitcoin, for example? You wouldn't tell them anything's possible, it could go to 100 million.
No.
You would actually back it up with actual like facts and statistics.
Okay, that's actually a pretty good fucking counter. Holy shit.
As to why. So when I think of just logically thinking, can anyone become a millionaire? It's like, you want to back that up. And if you say, I mean, yeah, they barely get paid and they don't live in a house and they're eating and drinking water from a river, but anything's possible. It's like, where do you think somebody's going to magically come down and be like, this is how you're going to get from this level?
I think he's just neurodivergent. That's what it is. I think he might not be like the worst person. I think he just like literally is just like sometimes like debate lords are the way that they are because, you know, he's also literally a minor too. He has a puberty stash on his face.
I think it's also a mindset. I think truly it's a mindset. Like you have to be mentally strong enough to go through the work, put like your all into something.
Pause. Can you choose a side?
This guy's literally saying that development economics just doesn't exist. All the developing countries should just run crypto mines and become rich. No need of industrialization, no need for financial institutions, nothing. Yeah. Like, bro, there are certain countries out there where you can't even utilize PayPal, okay? If you want to fucking work with someone in the Western world, like you literally don't have PayPal. You just don't. Not allowed. Either the American government hasn't allowed it or you don't have the infrastructure for it. Like, what the fuck are you supposed to do in that situation? Like, how are you going to sell trade? How are you going to do any kind of trade? How are you going to sell your labor? Talking about fucking crypto and shit. Yeah, Pakistan is one of them. Exactly.
If you can.
This is a hard question.
No, I'm staying in the middle.
Defend it.
Oh.
There you go.
Oh, God.
I mean, I just haven't done research on third world countries, but if you, like, it is possible. Like, again, you may have to take that 4-hour walk to that pop-up library with like one antenna or whatever the case may be. But again, it's possible.
Yeah, but at the same time, like she shifted me on this side because what she said is 100% true. You know, it is theoretically possible. You know, just even though it isn't anyone can become a millionaire. You know, because like. If even a 0.001% chance, let's say you have the worst situation possible, even though, you know, it is theoretically possible, in a real world scenario, that's not true. It's like saying, you know, what's the probability you roll a dice and then it lands on the edge instead of any other number, while there's like a really small probability. At the same time, you can't say, oh yeah, it's possible, you know, because it's like such a small chance, which is why I'm more on this side now.
Yeah, I think I just recently took a trip.
Bro, you didn't need to use all those words, man. You could have just literally said, yes, everything can technically happen. It's just, it's not likely. That's it. It's so dramatically less likely to happen that it is fucking stupid to even argue about its possibility. I agree with Shorty. That's all he had to say.
Back to Vietnam, and my parents immigrated from there, and I think I just realized that you guys are talking about these online services make money, but a lot of places don't even have banks. They run on cash.
Do you need a bank to be a millionaire?
No, because cash.
But then how are people going to, in those countries?
What? Bro, what are you saying? No, just use cash, lol. Yeah, totally. This wore me out.
It's true. Make money to be a millionaire.
Then maybe the way to become a millionaire from one of those countries is get out of the country.
But you can't just.
Okay. No. That's just, that should be illegal. Saying that triggers alarm bells in my brain. I hear that and I lose my fucking mind. Okay. Just look at Kaya for a second, guys. Look at this fucking steak for a second. Sleeps like this. I mean, who in their right mind? Why does this dog sleep like. Best. I love this dog so much. I can't. I'm sorry. Like, why'd you stop? Wow. So awesome. That was a short little pup break. Had to do that. Had to do that.
Get out of the country. I'm somebody that had to wait 2 years. Yeah, I'm somebody that had to wait like 2 to 3 years to be able to get my visa, and now I'm granting my employees' visas, my parents' visas, and it's a very difficult process. People sit there and wait on their computers and pray one day that they can win the lottery for the visas, lottery, and that changes people's lives. But a lot of people on that day are just, they don't get their visas, and they realize, you know, this is gonna be my life for the rest of my life, and it's very hard on them.
Yeah, because America's strict.
So I know a lot of immigrants myself that have came to the States or other countries or immigrated from one place to the other and built massively successful businesses. And a lot of that stems from the work ethic part. That's why I'm so big on it. I think it's very brutal in every way, shape, or form to run a business regardless of where you're from. I think it's a lot easier in the States, of course, but I really just hold the belief in my heart very, very strongly that anyone could do anything that they want, regardless of the circumstances, if you have the will and the power and the drive to do so.
It isn't just about a mentality
It's
issue.
It's still
Oh yeah, but come
possible.
on,
We
you
still
can't
got
be-
That's what we're screwing with over here. Yeah.
I don't want to tell someone that they have no chance.
Yeah,
Everyone
yeah,
has a
that's
There's
chance.
always a chance.
No chance, no, but close to
Miracles
no.
happen.
Infinitesimally close to no chances.
Yeah, but that's not none.
We've all experienced different parts of life, very privileged parts of life. I think it's very hard to speak on something unless you've been there. I've been to the village in Nigeria. I've seen how difficult it is. When you see it live, then you realize just how difficult it is and just how privileged we are. So it's easy for us to be like, they could just start oil or steel or whatever, but then another thing you have to think of is the government, you know, and the different patriarchy systems and just how they run. And I fully believe, same thing, whatever you put your mind to, you can do. I'm a firm believer in that, but I also I'm very open and knowledgeable to the fact that where we are at and the fact that we are teen millionaires, and that's a title because it's so rare, just goes to show the fact that it's vastly, vastly impossible for many people.
It's crazy that how similar, I feel like we all have like similar experiences, even though we all come
Yeah, she said, damn, we have so much class solidarity. It's
from
wild.
different backgrounds.
Yeah, I was shocked a lot of times my opinion shifted halfway through the conversation because I realized, oh, I didn't see it in that light.
I have met a lot of successful people, but nobody my age. And just to meet these people, they're a
I take
great
it back. Some of them mean well.
group
I think
of
they're just
people.
like
We all
permanently
click
brain broken.
so well, and we're honestly thinking of planning a trip.